As you can see, I'm currently writing down all of the plants that I've sown already because I forgot to make note of it. So I have a bunch of pots out here, as you can see from our last video, and I just need to quickly make marks so I can get back on track of what I've got to get done.
How you doing, Marlo?
So we are back inside, and I want to go over a number of the plants that I just got in. Not plants, but seeds. So we've got quite a few that we're going to have to get through. So grab a drink, sit down, grab a pen and paper, because there's going to be a few in here that you really are going to want. Okay, so first and foremost, everybody always asks how I'm storing my seeds. I picked up, just like pretty much everybody else, you see these photo storage containers. These are from Michael's store. I picked these up on sale. They were $12.49 last time that they were on sale, so I ended up grabbing 3. I have 1 on reserve just in case, but I've got 2 filled up. This one houses all of my annuals, and this one over here has all my perennials. This year I have gone quite heavy on perennials, and that's what I plan to start the most of. I do have a few varieties of annuals that I will be growing from seed this year that we'll quickly go through, but it's pretty simple on how I store these. I'll show you right here. I've got a label maker, which I can show you guys that I've been using, but I've just categorized them by cosmos or zinnias and and if I have miscellaneous where I don't have like a wide variety of them, I just label them as miscellaneous annuals, and then same goes for my perennials, miscellaneous perennials. And then I categorize the best I can, such as grasses or prickly flowers, which might be your globe thistles or sea hollies, those types of things. That way I can categorize just a little bit better. But I've gotten a number of orders in, and a lot of you guys are asking what I've been starting. From the winter sowing, we're gonna have to go over that entire list because there's quite a bit. So a number of the things that I've already started are seeds that I've collected in my own garden, or I've gotten from Prairie Moon Nursery, and I also got in from hayfield.com, which is a new seed company for me. She is a one-woman show named Nancy, and she has quite the selection. So if you're looking for some oddball perennials or even annuals, it's worth checking out her site. I showed it to a couple of my other friends on Instagram, and they've quickly placed orders because the selection is crazy and she's very giving on her seeds. That's not to say that when she gets later in the season that she won't have, you know, the correct amount of seeds, but if you order early, she's very generous with her seeds. So from the Little Black Book, I'm just gonna go through these. I'm not necessarily gonna throw a picture up of every single one of them. But I did do Sweet Sandia coneflowers, Big Kahuna coneflowers. Now these are patented plants. Some of these are going to be patented plants, but I like to test to see if a plant is going to be very giving with its seeds, because that's going to determine how chaotic it can be in the garden. Not necessarily saying that these ones are, but there are a few plants that I have tried in the past that if you did not deadhead, my word, you'd have a million plants. Actually, speaking of that, Midnight Masquerade Penstemon from Proven Winners, that one does like to reseed quite a bit. Just so you're aware, that's one I would definitely recommend using the beautiful seed heads in arrangements, but also getting rid of those seed heads because it will seed around. So I did start some of those because I did want a few of them out in the garden. Rose milkweed, prairie clover, baptisia, which is lemonade baptisia. That one's a Proven Winners one as well. I'm not selling any of these, by the way. These are all for my own personal yard. None of these will leave, and if they are not what I want, they'll go to the compost pile because technically I can't sell them. I can't give them away because that is illegal propagation. Just so we're clear. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did do some Thalictrum. This is a taller variety with the purple flowers and yellow centers. I call it Korean meadow, but it's not necessarily correct. Big leafed aster, hazy aster, orange milkweed, black adder agastache. I'm just curious to see if I can get any of those to grow. Alaskan burnet sanguisorba. What is this one? Purple veronicastrum that I had a plant of. Some spotted bee balm, mountain mint, world milkweed, Dutchman's pipe, Amsonia rigia, pearly everlasting. This list goes on, guys, I'm telling you. False indigo, geranium Yoshino confetti. That one's from Hayfield Gardens, or hayfield.com. A really pretty geranium. It's called confetti because the flowers, oh no, is it the flowers? It's either the flowers or the foliage is variegated. I believe it's the foliage is variegated, and it has a pink or blue flower. I'd have to double check. I'll throw it up on the screen here. Prairie smoke geum, Sporobolus heterolepis grass, which has a popcorn scented flower on it. I mean, how cool is that? Aromatic aster, blue woodruff. This is a half-hardy annual that should spread if it's happy. Amsonia hubrichtii, Amsonia tabernae montana, Veronicastrum erica, narrow-leaved ironweed, which that one I'm very excited about. Bowman's root. Now this is Galinia. The first name has changed scientifically, but it's also known as Galinia trifoliata. Gold foil penstemon. This is a lime green leaved penstemon. I'm really excited to see this one. If I've had good luck with Midnight Masquerade, I'm for sure going to be able to get this one to grow, so I'm pretty stoked about this one. Late figwort was a native that I was curious to see in person. I just, for some reason, was drawn to the open, airy flowers. If I'm remembering correct, Floret Flower actually sells this as a filler plant for bouquets. So it's a native, and you get cut bouquet out of it, cut flowers for it. It's a win for me. Ched Glow Lunaria. This is a black-leaved money plant. This was big in Europe. I kept seeing it on a number of accounts that I follow over there, and I was lucky that one of my followers from that area was able to send me over. So I'm going to try that out. I saved all the seeds for myself. I didn't share them with anybody except for one person, I believe. I could be wrong. No, I did sow them for myself. Sorry. Western Indian Cyke. This is the other Galinia. This is, I can't remember the last name, but they're beautiful. If you don't have Bowman's root in your garden, definitely add this one to your list because you'll absolutely love it. Leprechaun Columbine. Now this is a variegated leafed blue flowering columbine. Thought that was pretty cool. Rose Tempogeum. Now this is a patented plant again, but again, I wanted to see what would happen from seed. Sanguisorba compact form. These are shorter sanguisorbas. I got these from hayfield.com as well. Showy goldenrod, meadow blazing star, Missouri goldenrod, true blue gentian. This is a cultivated plant that I'm just seeing if it will develop from seed. Gentian is supposed to be super easy from seed, so I'm trying 3 varieties this year. Fingers crossed. Angelica gigas, Tartarian aster. This is by far one of the most talked about asters in trial gardens and with a lot of naturalistic gardeners. I am excited, and I'm hoping this does come up from seed. I got that one from hayfield.com as well. So if you're interested and want to try this one from seed, that's the place to go. I also want to say this is not sponsored by Nan from Hayfield. I just am absolutely impressed with her website and absolutely loved the seeds that I got from her. They come in little packages like this with a great label on them, super well packaged. And she was so fast. I literally placed my order and I got an email within an hour and a half after saying your seeds are all packaged up and they're on their way. And I was pleasantly surprised. She's located in southeast Pennsylvania, I believe. So they got to me in 3 days over here in Northeast Ohio, which for the Postal Service, that's pretty good. Slender Mountain Mint, Thalictrum diocum, Button Blazing Star, Bottle Gentian, Bog Goldenrod, Wild Quinine, Starship Rose and Blue Lobelia, 2 separate lobelias. Red Astrantia that I picked from my own garden, Lismachia Bougilaires is what I'm calling it. It's just really pretty. Stachys Humilo, I collected some seed just to see. This is the second year of me leaving the plant up in the garden, and I didn't notice any seedlings, so I collected some to try on my own in winter sowing, just to see if I'm missing them. I've never even seen what the seedling look like, but I'm just kind of curious and see what I get from them. Paradise Blue Phlox. This is next to a hot pink phlox called Glamour Girl. Who knows what we're gonna get, but why not? I collected just a couple seeds. Bradburyana Monarda, Globe Thistle, Blue Globe Thistle, Rattlesnake Master. We're nearing the end, I promise. Cherry Brandy Rudbeckia, Sahara Rudbeckia, Ruby Star Echinacea, Pink Poodle Echinacea, and let me tell you something. I finally got enough heads to actually collect some seeds off of, and I was very diligent of making sure I got the ones that had enough space that the bees might have gotten, and I actually got some seeds. I'm hoping they're viable. I have some backup, and I'm just curious to see what's going to come from it. I'm going to use that as a breeding stock, and I'm going to attempt to make my own coneflower. Who knows, in maybe 20 years when I figure something out. It's a dream. The last couple ones, birch, white birch, I collected some white birch seeds just to see what happens. And New Jersey tea, which is a small native shrub. I also collected seeds from 2 Hybericums in my garden. One is pumpkin Hybericum from First Edition Plants. These put out a lot of seeds in their little capsules, and I absolutely love these plants, but I'm just curious because their first year in, how much are they going to spread, if they spread at all? The other one I collected was from the Monrovia Hybericums that I had planted as well this year. Again, I just want to see if they're going to seed around. It's not a big deal if they do. I'm just kind of want to prepare because these do produce quite a bit of seed, but who knows, could be fun. So, editing Brad here, that video was looking awfully grainy, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to make this a 2-part video because the next is everything else that I've ordered in. And I do want to go over that with you guys, but I'm waiting on a last order from Gelito Seeds. So I'm hoping to wrap that all in together. Plus, I want to shoot a better quality video for you so you can enjoy the experience. So, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the next one.